Okay, welcome to Meet Your Monsters. If you ever got yourself a score of 12, then this is the podcast for you. My name is Abraham Macon. This is clearly not the podcast for you guys. My name is Abraham Macon. These are my friends.
Matt.
Colby.
Derek. Was that from Frighteners?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's the new segment. You just explain your joke.
Yeah, Abe explains his jokes.
What was I supposed
Abe
to do? Frighteners!
No, I just thought everyone would acknowledge it, which you did.
No, I don't know what I saw Frighteners. I don't know what that.
I got me a score of 12, sir.
That's his whole thing, is he's going for the highest score.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never mind.
Sorry.
You kids in here. Okay, for you at home, Meet Your Monsters is a podcast in which I show my friends horror movies that I love, and we find out if they love them too or just think my taste in movies sucks. This week's movie is the 2006 See No Evil. It was written by Dan Madigan, directed by Gregory Dark, and starring Kane. Just Kane.
Glenn Jacobs, I think you mean?
No, Kane. He doesn't have a real name.
Starring your dopey-ass Uncle Glenn.
The other is also starring Christina Vidal and Michael Pagan. What a cool name, Michael Pagan.
Yeah.
I hope he's a Christian.
He used to be until he made
Michael
Pagan.
Christian.
Yeah. What did you guys think of this movie?
I liked it.
I did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah, did not like it.
No?
Nah.
50%. It's getting
Yeah.
a 50. I thought it was awesome. I especially loved just the throwback to the classic slasher where it's just, here's some assholes, kill them.
Yeah.
That's
But
it,
there
just
wasn't
kill
even
'em.
like any slashing. It was just him like dragging people into
It was-
like the
he-
corner and
He
the.
bashed bitch's head up against the roof of the
Yeah, he
elevator.
had a thing about bitches and bashing their heads on the ceiling. It was kind of his thing.
Yeah.
I wish I had choke slammed him.
Instead of a slasher, it was a batterer.
It was a grabber.
Follow us through the darkness of our wasted and festering memories as we struggle to recall the movie we just watched with this week's Sinister Synopsis. Okay, this is coming at us anonymously from IMDb. A group of delinquents are sent to clean the Blackwell Hotel. Little do they know, reclusive psychopath Jacob Goodnight has holed away in the rotting hotel. When one of the teens is captured, those who remain, a group that includes the cop that put a bullet in Goodnight's head 4 years ago, band together to survive against the brutal killer. And survive some do, but not all.
No. What a terrible
I just-
prison system they were in.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite get, was it prison or was it juvie?
Well, whatever.
One of
Whatever it
those dudes
yeah.
was at least 40, so I hope it wasn't juvie. Somebody has made a very huge mistake.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those
Those-
movies where they try to cast 35-year-old hot people as fucking 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got the
Go.
stepfather treatment.
Yeah.
Mm.
That guy's fucking 50. What are you doing? He's not in high school anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't understand like what Kane's character. What does his character actually have a name?
Jacob Goodnight.
Goodnight. Yeah. Okay. Does it ever even explain like what he is?
He was an abused child. He really didn't watch the movie.
What?
He was an
No,
abused child.
I got that part, but like, how is he still alive? Like, does he have Jason powers? Does he like?
You can get shot
Is he
in the
a
head
ghost?
He's a bad motherfucker.
I think,
Well, but it's not typical.
Well, he must.
Happens.
He
he
must.
would need some
It
sort of
does
medical
happen.
attention, I believe.
He must have some sort of superpower because at the end he falls and hits all those poles and gets that thing stuffed through his eye, and there's a sequel. So,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah. So,
Okay.
so he must have something going on.
Well, good. That makes it easy for my sequelizer.
Yeah. Okay. Now the fun starts with everyone's favorite pieces and parts. Mine, that's easy for me. It's the fucking when he crammed the cell phone in that girl's mouth. Chick's always talking on the phone. He just fucking crammed it down her throat. It's awesome.
Mm.
I like it that he thought the cop dude was gonna live, and he gets the hook through the chin. That was
You thought he was
awesome.
gonna at least have like he'll die like heroically, like saving somebody or something, but
See, and that's the aspects. I mean, besides being just entertaining, I liked about this movie is like the sweet innocent lady. You're like, oh, she's nice. She's probably gonna live. Fuck no, she was the first one to go. She got her head bashed in,
Mm-hmm.
and the way he found out he got her head bashed in is like one of her brains just like falls on his shoulder. And he's like, hey, oh, they got married.
my favorite part was the part where they kill him and like he's falling down because like it's usually just like like, you know, you just kind of see it from above and you just hear like the thing or whatever. But this like followed him all the way down, showed him bouncing off his shit. I was like, that was pretty funny how the thing in his eye was like hitting things on the way down.
Just the pure physics, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
My favorite part was when you see him gouge the eyes out for the first time. I didn't see the rest of his nails, but it looked like he had almost like a coke nail just for eyeballs gouging. It was grown out super long.
I think all of his nails were specifically for eyeballs.
Because I just saw the thumb and I was like, man, this guy.
And which has got
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's got to be from trial and error because he has those big ass hands. Like, it must be impossible to reach those big, like, sausage link fingers in there.
Dick fingers wouldn't do it.
Could you imagine how small a hot dog, like when he eats a hot dog, you know, in like his hand? It was like teeny tiny, like a Twix.
Okay, normally we would do our trivia, but Kathleen is MIA.
In the band, MIA.
Yeah.
It's crazy. She's gone on to huger things.
Yeah. She ditched us to do.
She was in all kinds of like commercials or some shit, wasn't she? They saw her old work and they signed her up.
They're like, you're the lady from the podcast. That's the trivia. So it is time once again to meet your monster.
Well, this was a human monster. His motivation was his mom led him to believe that eyes were evil because they would see evil things, and she would cleanse his eyes. So he started plucking people's eyes out and collecting them.
There seemed to be a lot of sexual abuse too, because he was always like naked in that little crate thing, and she'd be like, "I know what you were doing," and poking at his wiener with a stick or something.
What kind of fucking trailer park where it was like on her front lawn, this cage with him in it, and everybody's like, yeah, well.
Yeah. The one
Gotta do something about those kids.
The one person who hasn't been to a trailer park is the one that didn't understand that. Just trust me.
I lived in 2 trailer parks and never saw one person in a cage.
You must love those high-end fucking trailer parks.
Yeah, love the trailer parks, way more cages.
We're talking about real trailer parks.
Okay,
shit, I'm sorry.
Ride. Do you think he enjoys the killing and likes collecting the eyeballs? Or enjoys collecting the eyeballs and just kills to get the eyeballs?
It's just a side effect.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed like at the end, it wasn't even really him. It was kind of his mom
I don't
making
think
him
he
do
really
it.
enjoyed any of it.
Yeah, because she's like...
But he kept a little collection of eyeballs.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that he kills them after taking their eyes, because,
I think
they're not going to see anything after that anyway.
I think it was just
Why
whether
did
they
he-
lived or died really made no difference. He was taking their eyes. If he happened to kill them before, cool.
Yeah,
if they
like
died
if he
after,
could-
cool.
If he could figure out a way to like harvest an eye without killing the person, like, do you think he would start doing that?
No,
Becomes
because
an optometrist.
he seemed pretty like maniacal in his like he was having a good old time killing those
Yeah.
bastard kids.
Well, I don't know.
The worst part of the movie for me was that the asshole lived and then just took the punchline of a shitty old joke.
Which
I kinda
was-
like
I
that.
can't remember what that was. What did he say?
Yeah.
Okay, so the joke goes a pedophile and a little boy are walking through the forest, and the little boy says, "Boy, this sure is scary." And the pedophile says, "How do you think I feel? I have to walk out of here alone." That's a joke, you know.
He said that?
No, but what?
Well, I don't think that was
he
a
stole.
joke.
No, that's a joke.
Okay.
But he stole the punchline. 'Cause-
You said I just didn't want to walk out of here alone.
right, which is exactly the punchline of that joke.
I'm
Well,
not sure that it's from the joke though. I think what he just meant was that he didn't want to be the only one leaving there since he was a criminal.
well,
you know,
however he meant it, it wasn't anything new. It wasn't like new dialogue. It was stuff that like, oh yeah, I've heard that shit before.
That's
you know?
the bummer epilogue none of us thought of. Those 3 kids are going right back into prison.
Yeah, See, that's what I think he was saying. Was like, if all these people are dead and I'm the only one alive, like I'm gonna be in jail for a lot longer.
Yeah, the parole officer's walking to the hotel. I'm like, still looks pretty shitty, guys.
It's like, wait, it's that killer. Back in yourself.
But I just thought he was an asshole and should have died.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because he didn't do anything redeeming. I mean, he didn't save those guys out of any sort of like courage or anything. He was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, there was no character arc. He definitely
No.
didn't change by the end of the movie.
So the whole time I was like, come on, Kane, kill him.
Yeah.
That guy sucks, kill him. And he never did. And I was like, fuck.
See, I kind of like that because usually like we were saying, like you expect the cop to like, last till the end and like he dies saving the girl or like just the one girl gets out. Like I kind of like that the asshole was the one who,
Yeah, I think
lasted.
they were trying to distinguish himself from the typical slasher in that way.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like Abe and I are really easy to please. You two, not so much. You get a little more highbrow than Abe
I
and I.
don't know.
Well, we don't read cracked.
Hey, you
Which
guys,
is a detriment to
But when
both
I
of you.
do,
Yeah.
when I do read cracked, I don't understand it. So
What do you mean?
let's not launch into another cracked argument.
Matt'll tell me these crack things, and I'll listen to them, and I just in my head I argue the whole time. I'm like, this isn't for me. I don't think.
Yeah.
Because they'll tell me like, here they are talking about this, and the whole time I'm like I remember one time they were talking bad about the Harry Potter movies,
What?
and I was like, that's not even what happened. I was so
Yeah.
pissed off. I'm like, that's not happened.
But it's
Harry
like they're not
Potters are
talking bad
great.
about it. They're just like
But
they're taking a premise and then like running with it to like comedic levels. So.
But they were wrong about the premise. Well, we can go on and on about this.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should do Harry Potter for Major Monster. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, because there's monsters in it.
yeah, the one with
Isn't there like a
the
big
guy-
snake or some shit?
Have
Alright.
you not read or seen anything?
this-
I
what's
saw
the-
I saw like half of the one with the big snake.
So what do you look at? Like what do you think they're about? Like do you know?
Well, I
the
know
basic-
that it's like Harry's the chosen one, and
Oh,
like
okay.
Voldemort's the bad guy that tried to kill him, and
Mhm.
basically like the books are him leveling up until he kills Voldemort.
Oh, that's true.
He's not really the chosen one. You find out though.
No, he's the chosen one. I think it was a
I
fan
think-
theory.
Yeah,
No,
there was
no.
a fan theory that I read that said that like one of the other guys was
Yeah,
the
Neville.
yeah, and it, like
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted this movie to be spoiled for you, I can spoil it for you.
yeah, go ahead.
It's
Yeah,
been
Harry
10
was
years.
just the last Horcrux, and it was Neville that ended up killing Voldemort.
Oh, okay.
Did he?
Yeah,
I thought
because the
Harry
snake.
took that sword and
No, it was Neville. He
Hmm.
chopped that son bitch up.
yeah. Have you heard this fan theory, Abe?
Well, Neville killed the big snake. He didn't kill Voldemort.
He didn't even kill the big snake, did he?
In the
Yeah,
books
he
he
cut
did.
off.
In the books, he did.
And the
Which
movie did
one?
too.
Oh, yeah, like
'Cause-
the big little snake,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah,
basilisk.
not
or
the
whatever.
basilisk.
Yeah.
What was his name? Nagimi or something?
What Neville Longbottom?
No, the
Oh,
snake.
Naga or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Nagina. Or
Yeah.
something.
Nagina, that was it. Maybe.
Yeah,
See, and
I
I
don't know.
remember this because I remember being disappointed to find out that it wasn't like that Harry was special. He was just the last Horcrux.
Oh, I thought it was awesome.
Well, I know, but I
But-
mean, like, I want to see like a big showdown between Harry and Voldemort.
That was my problem with the movies, though. Was like when I read the books, because I read the books after the movie. I was like, "Oh, it all makes perfect sense." But when I saw the movie, it was like, "What the fuck's with the aborto Voldemort?" I don't know, like what was going on.
Fetus
I
Voldemort.
couldn't tell. But then after I read the books, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Is it like a Bizarro Voldemort? That's good.
No,
No.
It's just
it's just a weird,
just weird imagery.
evil.
We're even for the abyss now, by the way.
Oh yeah, I can't remember what it was. So
What?
I spoiled the abyss for him.
Oh,
Okay, where are we at here? So here on Meet Your Monsters, we like to examine all forms of depravity, and so now for you, mathematically perverted, the Colby count.
Now here was where they strayed away, not in a way I prefer from the typical slasher. There were zero boobs in this movie.
that's
Yeah.
a nice ass though.
They were doing it.
It was a good
I
ass.
see that I do have written down here one butt. Although I also have one set of balls because there was a set of balls.
I didn't see any balls. Who's balls?
It's
little
either
kid
balls or,
whacking
like,
it,
tidy
like he like
whities.
covers it up real quick and you just see the bottom of his balls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so the
Which-
little kid balls?
No,
When
like,
he was in the cage,
he's
yeah.
like a teenager. I'm sure the guy was.
Okay.
They weren't real kid
Oh.
balls.
They're prosthetic.
Yeah, that reminds me of a funny thing. A person I knew once said. She said, "No matter how old and saggy boobs get, they will never be as ugly as balls." And it's true.
So true.
That's true.
There's nothing attractive about balls.
Even when they're like young and fresh, they still look
So
shit.
awful. Yeah.
That's my theory on why like so many people use balls as like an exclamatory statement, like balls. But like when you something's cool, it's the tits.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I had my choice between what to see every day, it'd be boobs. Like, they're like, all right, we got one ball sack and one set of breasts. What would you rather see? I'm like, well, I'll take the breast, please.
Yeah.
Controversial stance, Scully.
Yeah. But
People are gonna be writing letters.
what
I
do you
just got
see
a
my
good idea.
balls?
I'm gonna take a pair of dangly balls, and I'm gonna Photoshop some nipples on them, just to see what it
Or
looks
just like Photoshop a bra onto balls.
You know, it'll be
Just
a
like
dead
some ball
giveaway.
cleavage.
There's no separation between the two breasts, like the sack comes
I'm not trying to trick
Photoshop
anybody.
that
Somebody
in
sewed
there.
these boobs together.
Yeah, I'm not trying to trick anyone. I just want to see what balls would look like with nipples.
He was in the bathroom with a magic marker.
Yeah.
Stand on the sink like, I'll be damned.
Not bad.
But there were
Put a Hitler mustache on my wiener.
10 bodies in this movie.
Mein Führer.
One butt, one set of balls. It was a nice butt though.
Yeah, it was a nice butt.
But she was in the shower, for Christ's sake. Like
Yeah.
a one nipple. I would have been happy. I would have been content.
It seems like there's something going on. I know we talk about this all the time, but there's something going on where they don't want these slasher movies to be full of nudity.
Which doesn't make
I
any
think
damn
they're
sense.
avoiding that R rating because it's going to be
Oh,
a box
it's not rated
office
R.
killer.
Yeah, it was R-rated because the
Oh,
violence.
really? Then
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I think if I were a betting man, I'd say it's because getting women to get naked in your movie is probably expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming this movie wasn't have a huge budget.
No, I don't think it's expensive at all. I think any actress in the
Whoa.
world, they're
What's
like,
your
you want the
price?
part,
And-
right? You want the part, right?
What's your price, Abe? How
Oh.
much would you?
To be in a movie? Fuck, I'd do it.
You have to show your balls on
Sure.
camera.
They wouldn't be impressed. But
No, but we just established. I know it's going to be impressed. but you have
if
to
what
do
I
it.
wanted to be was an actor, if like my whole life ambition was to be an actor,
Yeah.
and somebody said we're doing a studio movie, we want you in it, got to show your balls, I'd be like, all right then.
What if
I
you get
gotta say-
typecast as the ball guy, though?
That's a
You're at least getting cast.
I don't know if you guys saw that Gone Girl, but
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's dong was in it.
Which was fake.
Nah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
did we
fake.
already had
Yeah,
this
we
discussion?
discussed it
didn't we?
at
Okay.
length.
Yeah,
No
CGI,
pun intended.
CGI dog.
But I wonder, like, what I was wondering with that is, like, did he, like, has he gotten to the point in his career where it feels like he's established enough as an actor that he's like, I can show my dong and it's not gratuitous, you know? Or
It's
do
art
you,
at this point.
Do you think?
yeah, or do you think, like, they're like, all right, Ben Affleck, like, you're almost out of here, like, show your dong or you're not in this
You know,
movie.
I know what it is. He's like 43 now. And have you ever been in a gym locker room with like a 40-year-old
True,
man?
yeah, they do
will
love
just
it.
flop their dong. They'll sit there and talk with their dong. I remember one
Yeah.
time I watched a guy comb his hair, blow dry it, wash his hands, like moisturize his whole body, all while standing in front of a full-length mirror, bare ass naked.
Yep.
I mean, good
And,
like
and how
20
long
minutes.
did you watch them? 20 minutes, huh?
No, well, I can pop it back in.
When
It's
you've
like,
got
you
it,
know,
you've got it.
It was enough time for me to masturbate 4 times.
Yeah.
It sounds like he was,
What?
he was
See,
showing you just what you
I
wanted
was
to see.
I was doing it like behind him in the full length mirror. I was like, yeah, keep going. Trim your mustache while you're at it.
What I think happened was somebody said, okay, here's the scene. She's in the shower, you walk in, go. And he did.
Yeah, I just. Yeah,
I don't think there's
they
any
caught
thought.
it,
I don't think
like,
they don't
on
give
accident.
a shit. Yeah, I don't think he's comfortable being naked because he bangs a lot of chicks. He's rich, got a big wiener, and I think he was like, do it, and they did it, and I don't think anyone thought twice about it.
Yeah.
And then it was.
bang CGI chicks with a CGI wiener.
He didn't have a CGI wiener. It was a normal sized wiener.
You think that was in the, maybe it was like directly from the book, and that part was very important to the
It's a
story.
huge plot
Like,
point.
all right, when we come in, you totally see the side of his dong.
His bare penis glinted.
Did you
Yeah.
read that one thing where they're talking about the Godfather book? With the like apparently a huge plot point was some main character's dick was like so
Sonny's.
big that he was having a problem finding a vagina that would fit it. And it was like this whole subplot.
That was Sonny, the
Shit,
the
I
older
didn't know
son,
that.
the one that died. Spoiler alert for those outside the Godfather.
We always end up talking about weird dongs. All right. The films we discuss on this podcast are horrifying, but sometimes real life is even more fucked up. Brace yourself for the nefarious news.
Okay, so this week's news. This was a serial killer. I kind of went on the whole theme of him. I guess he was motivated for religious reasons, kind of, sort of. And there was another killer in Iran. And I tried to find an uncommon one. Saeed Hanei.
The guy from Lost?
Yeah, that dude. Sorry if I fucked that name up. So he...
That serial killer's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. But he was killing female prostitutes in his village, and he was like kind of doing it as an ethnic cleansing. Like he was killing them because they were sinning, and he was trying to purge his, I don't know, I think it says village in here, but town, whatever, of their sins. Killed 16 women before he was apprehended. He was hanged on April 8th of 2002.
Did he show his cell phone down any of their throats?
Well, it was like
Doesn't say.
2001, so it would have been
Yeah,
quite
would have been
fast.
fucking huge.
Motorola Razor.
Yeah.
So how many people did he kill, and how did he kill them?
It doesn't go too much into that.
He said
He
there were 16 victims altogether.
Oh, 16.
mostly strangling.
Oh, so he's just like, I'm gonna choke a bitch.
But yeah, I think he just he was just winging it. He just did whatever was convenient, but he mostly strangled them and then dumped their bodies.
You know, I got one that is like a twofer, like this movie, A True News Story. Chris Benoit, who was a wrestler, killed his family and put Bibles next to their bodies.
Fucked up right
That's
there.
fucked up. And you know what's really fucked up? He killed his son using a wrestling move. He used his finishing move was a crippleish crossface, and he used it to choke his son out.
How did they know that?
Highly.
Was there video?
The marks, because the crippleish crossface is like this, and the finger marks across his throat were.
You just
It's
had like PTSD flashbacks to the
I'm assuming it was all the steroids and concussions that did it to him.
I would go concussions over steroids.
Yeah, you saw the documentary.
Yeah, concussions
Well, but you can go crazy from steroids.
a little bit.
Can you? Well,
Yeah.
Listen,
I've seen firsthand somebody going crazy from steroids.
Yeah.
Dude came to my house and beat up me and 6 of my friends.
because of
I
roid
shit
rage.
you not, yeah.
Now that's the story. Like,
Yeah.
And we didn't do a damn thing to him. He kicked the shit out of all of us.
Jesus.
Well, tell that story. I wanna hear that
Why
story.
don't you like sneak
Go
up
on.
behind him?
Oh, dude,
Oh, so now you're blaming the victims here?
I'm just saying, like I see all kinds of strategies.
So, was it a guy you knew, or did he just bust in the
Nah,
door
I
and
just
start
showed up.
punching
We
folks?
were having a party at
so
our
it was like a
house.
stranger.
Yeah, we were in a party at our house, and it was like a friend of a friend.
Mhm.
And I don't even know how it started. I just came out in the living room because there was a commotion, and dude was beating up on my friend. So I tried to grab him, and he like brushed me off, and so I grabbed him again and like turned him and like put his head through a window, and then he laid a few punches on me and knocked me down, and then like he knocked my other friend down, and basically it was literally like us keep like getting back up and him knocking us back down and just working him towards the door, of him kicking our ass like towards the door until we got him outside, and then finally his friend got him into the car and he left.
Are you sure it wasn't like PCP or something?
I don't know, like well, and
That's a lot of
actually
asphalt.
the reason that I know it was steroids was because and then it was just roid rage was because one of my friends saw him at a bar like 2 months later and was like, oh my god, like this dude's gonna kick my ass again. And the dude just apologized to him for like half an hour straight, like was just like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I don't know.
You guys didn't call cops or anything?
No. We weren't. That's not how we rolled in those
Yeah.
days, Ed.
Did you
We
call
did
the
not call cops. No snitching.
You got the
Snitches
cops?
get stitches.
Nope.
That seems weird that you would even think. To be honest, like,
About calling the cops?
yeah, like,
You
why
know, the
wouldn't
guy
you?
broke into your house
Broken and entering, he assaulted you.
I feel like if somebody knew him, like, that kind of, I don't
I'm
know.
fairly certain those are like felonies.
Okay, so there's two ways that you play that. You either call the police and you go, man, the guy fucked us up, or you fuck him up.
Yeah,
like
you bash his head in.
if we
Oh,
was
that is-
12 guys, you find him when he's docile and you beat the shit. I mean, not something.
Whenever you get into a fight, everybody that's in the fight gets fucked.
It's a gentleman's
They get-
agreement not to call the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But he broke into your house.
No, I didn't break into our house. We were having a party.
He was
at
invited.
the party. Yeah.
I still think that was assault.
Well, it's clearly
Whoa.
assault. You're talking to me now, 8 years later. 20-year-old Derek didn't call the
you're
cops for shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You call the cops every time somebody gets in a fight at a party? Like,
Yeah.
does that?
Well, see, the way I'm picturing this is not like a party's going on and a fight breaks out. What I'm picturing is a gorilla jumps through the door and beats everyone's ass. Like
Oh,
that's
no. Okay,
I
so...
think
I think, like there's like a few people at this place. This guy comes in and beats everyone's ass. Like that's what it sounded like happened.
Well, no. So it was a party. He was was a friend of it was our roommate's birthday. He was a friend of our roommate brought his friend who it was that guy.
Mm.
And
vanilla gorilla.
yeah, and apparently it started because my roommate's birthday was friend and him there was some horseplay that I guess got a little too aggressive. And so that drunk people, and then that dude thought he needed to defend his friend, and
I see.
You know, shenanigans and
So it wasn't just like a fucking berserker busting.
No. Oh yeah, we would have
It
called
was
the
a
cops for
gradual.
sure. I fucking stabbed him. Like, if somebody dude just randomly busted through my house, like, and starts beating me up, I'm stabbing his ass.
That's what it sounded like. Was it just kicks in the door and starts kicking everyone's ass? I didn't know like you guys were roughhousing and shit got crazy. That happened, sure.
I pictured you guys were like around a fire reading novels.
Right. Yeah. Pass me the oysters and crackers, please.
Everybody was smoking jackets.
Yeah.
I didn't go to parties because I didn't have friends. I avoided any assault by just not having friends.
Well, you're at a party now.
Ooh, yeah.
Crash through the window. Comes that same guy.
It's my neighbor.
round 2.
It's my neighbor Dan. Beats all our asses. Why, Dan? Okay. Hours of effort and creativity go into making a movie, and there's always some asshole just waiting to shit on it. And so, on behalf of the underappreciated horror filmmaker, we are here to take revenge with the critical critique.
My God, they've all gone.
Next week you won't have to do 2 in a row, but
Okay.
this week you booked.
Alright, so this review is from Rotten Tomatoes, and it's Stefan Berger Stephenson.
Stephenson?
Yeah.
Already.
Stephen Berger Stephenson?
Yep.
That's awesome.
And the source is listed as sbs.is. I don't know what the fuck that means.
IS.
But his only review is blows more than the actresses in the director's old movies. So, do you guys know that this guy used to direct porn?
No.
The director did?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where. That's
And
where.
not a single
Gregory
boob
Dark?
scene?
Oh my god. I know that name. I never put the 2 together, but I totally know that name.
Oh, yeah. So that's why I'm like, what is this dude? Like fucking 14? Like, you know, he was just waiting for the opportunity to like get to reference the porno thing.
Even if he liked it, he was like, fuck
So-
that guy did the blows joke.
So they got a porno director in the movie with no tits?
I was confused as well.
It's funny because when I wrote that down, I was like, Gregory Dark. Well, that sounds familiar. Oh well, I didn't think about it.
So, and I'm betting those ladies blew very, very.
Essentially.
God damn it. We're gonna edit that part out.
Yeah.
Good?
Take 2. All right.
They don't blow real good.
She could slap a boogie on a meat whistle.
But I'm sure they blew a lot better than this movie was. Why can't I say
I
that?
don't know. Yeah.
Like, they
Give
blew
him time.
better than this movie was.
You can't edit a word of that.
Just tell us what the idea you're trying to express is.
He's trying to set it up.
No, this is
The ladies probably blew very well, while this movie was not good.
See, like, I think that's
worth it.
I think that's an awesome
Thanks for sticking
exercise
around,
in,
sticking with us, guys.
That's something we gotta work on for next episode. We're gonna like team up for Derek's puns. Like, what are you trying to say?
Break it down for me. Did you want themes and tropes?
I didn't really have any
Yeah,
unless
right.
you
So we'll
guys
skip that one.
had some.
Does anyone
There's a
have a-
fucking theme I got. Why don't writers just like Google terms for pot? Because in all the movies they are like pot slang. Because in all the movies they're really bad. I can't remember what it was in this movie, but I wrote it down how bad it was, and I remember
Like, you want to burn down this magic stick?
yeah,
Yeah.
shit like that.
It was
Oh, and I
like
remember like in
a
Freddy vs.
grass or
Jason,
something.
he pulls out a bag of weed and goes, "Want to take a J break?" And I literally have never heard anybody ever say, "Let's take a J break."
I probably wouldn't even want to smoke with that person. I'd just be like, no, dude, you're probably going to say some weird shit.
You know what? I would say like, "Hey, you want to go smoke this?" That's how
I have
word it.
marijuana.
You want one of these jazz cigarettes?
Okay, as a special here, we got a text from Sarah. It says, "Hello friends, I cannot explain the grief I am feeling because I am not there for the wrestling episode." She's a big wrestling fan.
Sarah loves wrestling.
Yeah. What would each of y'all's finishing wrestling moves be? Mine would be the cock snake, in which you find yourself in the north-south position and choke them out with your cock. I wouldn't be able to do that move.
Are you saying you'd like kind of like 69 him, but like choke him
Yeah.
with your penis?
Oh,
You
that's
don't
okay.
say 69, you say north-south.
Yeah, that's the thing. People line up all that term north south.
So
is
you wouldn't
kinda
also
like,
choke on his cock?
No.
You're just choking with your cock.
That's why I said
aim would
north
be
south.
on- He'd be
okay.
on top, and he'd tilt his head up so that his face would be in there.
I'd see, if you put me in that move, I'd just try to choke you with my cock. But
But from the bottom, you understand, you gotta wrap it around, and then you gotta have like a Ben Affleck CGI dog.
I guarantee you, I wouldn't be able to get this move done. What about you guys? Anybody?
I wish I had more time to think about it.
yeah.
We'll think about it. I'll finish reading her thing. She says, I pose this question to you. Who would win in a fight to the death? Jack Burton from The Big Trouble in Little China or Kane from See No Evil?
Jack Burton.
Jack
Go ahead.
Burton.
It says, Colby's opinion only counts as half. But still, Jack Burton's half is way better than Kane's half.
Yeah.
Also, did you know there's a porn called Big Trouble in Little Vagina? I didn't know. But I would love
And
to
it
see
was
that.
directed by the director of this movie.
Oh, that'd be
circle.
awesome if it was. That'd be awesome. And she says, what would the See No Evil porn parody be called? See No Beaver?
Sounds like an awful porno movie.
Yeah.
That'd be gay porn.
Yeah. Then she says, Miss Shaw, but Miss Kathleen and Gertie the Boast. Sarah.
Aw.
So,
That's
thanks, Sarah, kinda.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for my wrestling move, I would try to develop something where I like the Hulk and Wolverine, the fastball special. But with the ring rope where I stretched it back 20 feet and just shot myself at him with both my fists out and just
The Wile E. Coyote.
yeah. So basically we both die.
Oh.
It'd just be mutually assured destruction. I would totally just kill myself trying to kill the other wrestler.
I just came up with a new move I would do. I call it the rubber dubber. And what you do is you stun them with some sort of punch to the head so they're dazed, and then you jump behind the ropes and you take the top rope and you stretch it back like a rubber band and try to let it go and snap him in the dick.
Oh. Why are your moves dick based?
Because I
Dick violence torch has been passed, Dave.
yeah, because I'm not good at wrestling moves. Anybody got any last words? Any?
I'm not gonna sequelizer.
Oh,
Oh.
we can try.
I don't have a thing written, but yeah, give us a sequelizer.
So you said there was a paranormal element to this?
Well, he comes
At the
back
end?
for part 2, and
Do they explain how he comes back?
I haven't seen it. It's
Well,
just-
did you ever
it's
see
new.
when Hulk Hogan would get knocked down when he was wrestling, and he would just stand up and shake his head while they punched him?
Yeah.
That's probably how this happened. He just kept shaking it out of his head. And
All right. So I guess my sequel will be See All the Evil, in where he takes all the eyeballs and creates an eyeball creature
Ooh.
that sees a lot of stuff.
Could it be that eyeball creature from Big Trouble in Little China?
That eyeballs creature's seen some shit.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of shit. It's kind of like his seeing eye creature.
So what would he do once he made the creature?
I think he
what's-
would use the creature to find people that are bad, so he gets more eyeballs put on.
Oh,
him.
so it's like a voyeur creature. So he'd watch people bang, and then he'd tell Kane, and Kane would go fucking
Yeah.
drag him away.
yeah,
It'd
then,
be like a buddy cop thing.
Yeah.
and then at the climax, you think the hero's gonna kill Kane, and then from off screen comes sliding in a chair, right? Then you hear the boom, the bell, and the Undertaker comes walking in. Because I don't know if you guys know if the Kane and Undertaker were brothers. And he grabs that chair and just pow gets them, and they go off together on his motorcycle.
This is a very common theme where they act like they're one of them was dead, and they could be doing the funeral, and then they like you said, and then the music starts playing, and he rises up out of the coffin. That's just exactly what they
Sounds
should have
like
done.
somebody here never watched the Buried Alive matches because they buried those motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Alive.
They died. Kane and Undertaker both died multiple
And
times.
you know what? You thought the Undertaker was winning, and Kane pulled that shit out the end and buried the Undertaker. So may Paul Bearer rest in peace.
Fat fuck.
Yeah, fucked up. I remember I was watching the video of them rehearsing, Paul Bearer and Undertaker, and you never really hear Paul Bearer talk all that much. And I think when they manipulated his voice a little bit, because when they were rehearsing, he was the most effeminate, Southern guy. He was like, "Oh no,
Like a
Undertaker,
seersucker
please."
suit on and shit.
Well, he was just when he was practicing lines, he was like, "Oh no, Undertaker, please don't bury me."
Walking around with a fucking mint julep.
Yeah.
So-
I declare.
His real name is Paul Bearer?
No.
That's his
Oh, okay.
name. He
Yeah.
was the henchman of the Undertaker.
Oh, I
And
see.
he carried around an urn with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the end of Meet Your Monsters for this week. Thanks to my friends for hanging out with me. That is you guys. And thanks to you at home for listening. That's Jack, If you want to follow along, next week's movie will be Tremors.
Really?
I was on the fence, but you kept saying Tremors, so fuck it, Tremors.
Well, just because I always thought it was going to be Tremors every week. I really thought, like... And then he did that one where he said it's a Kevin Bacon movie, and I was like, okay, it's finally going to happen.
So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Sarah, for typing in their little message there. And
I think we learned a lot about Abe and his preference for dick moves.
Yeah, so everybody was on me.
You're wrestling
Dick
Abe.
violence.
Watch your dick.
I haven't mentioned
And
dick.
his dick.
It's been like 10 episodes since I've mentioned dick violence.